y'all, it's Buffy. We've been welcomed back to Waxahachie, Texas to the Catfish Plantation. It was built in 1895 and started service as a restaurant in 1984. We're going to be concentrating on both the cuisine and the paranormal at this beautiful location, and I can't wait to get you guys into it. I think you're really going to dig it. Hey y'all, with me I've got Shawn. She's the executive chef here at the Catfish Plantation. Before we get started on any kind of paranormal stories and whatnot, we want to talk a little bit about Catfish Plantation's actual history and some of the cuisine that we can get here. Shawn, why don't you first tell me, well, let's go into the history first, a little bit about the building and things like that.
Okay, well, the house was built in 1895. It was built by a gentleman whose last name is Byers. I haven't been able to verify his first name, but he was the original builder, and then it was passed to his wife after he passed away, and she married a man named Jesse Richards, and they had a son together named Paul. One of our residents here is also Will Byers, who was the son of Mr. Byers and Della Byers, and he's one of the ones that haunts the house.
Okay.
And I think he's attached to the property because he farmed this area. He's very connected to the house because his father built the house.
Okay, well that makes sense.
Yeah, and so after that, you know, it stayed in the Richards family for a very long time. And one of our spirits that we have here is Elizabeth Richards. She was brought to the home in her older, elderly years to live here so they could take care of her. And they actually made the front dining room was turned into her bedroom. That was used to be the parlor. But I guess she needed a bedroom downstairs because she couldn't go up and downstairs. We don't have it upstairs any longer.
Right.
But, it did have stairs in the house at one point.
Tell me a little bit about the fire that occurred on the property.
The fire happened in 2004. It was an electrical fire. It started in the original fry kitchen, which was the blue dining room that actually was Miss Caroline's bedroom at one time, and that's why they had a lot of activity in that kitchen. We still do, but it was just an electrical fire. As far as the report, there are some interesting photos that the fire chief took.
And you have those out front for patrons to see?
And there was there's one that in particular that he had there was something standing looked like in a window.
Yeah.
And he said he didn't know what it was. And you have to remember this person had been a fire chief for over 30 years.
Well, let's talk about the good stuff, the menu, what we can get when we come to Catfish Plantation, what you recommend, kind of specials you run, things like that.
Okay, we normally run specials every weekend, Friday night and Saturday night. It's chef's choice. Sometimes it's salmon croquettes.
Executive chef's choice?
Yes, it's my choice. Always, it's my kitchen. They will do it my way. I will put them out the back door. I have no issue. But another special that we run is we have a creation that my sous chefs and I put together called a Catfish Lafayette, which is
delicious.
Hickory smoked whole catfish fillet that has rice stuffing, and it has a lovely creamed strawberry sauce over it.
I am very hungry.
It tastes a lot better than what it sounds. It's wonderful.
It sounds great.
And we have an excellent saucier here, so the sauces are always just really great. We do some tilapia on the weekends. We do salmon. Just whatever I feel like doing as far as specials, and clearly our specialty of the house. It's not chicken fried steak plantation, people. It is not Southern fried chicken plantation. It is Catfish Plantation. And we are ranked in the top 5 catfish restaurants in the state of Texas. And we've got really good catfish. And of course we have several different types of catfish dishes that correspond with that, and we make a chicken fried steak that'll make you slap your mama.
Now I did get to sample the stuffed crab or the crab cakes?
Crab cakes.
Crab cakes that were handmade by you. That will make you slap your mama or somebody close to you. I almost slapped Mike Roberts. I swear to God, I did. It was melting your mouth good. Okay, now that my mouth is watering, let's dive into the paranormal stuff. Sean, you can start pretty much wherever you want to start with the stories and claims and stuff like that.
Okay. Well, as far as we can tell and substantiate with the historical record, we have 4 spirits that are here perpetually. Now, I mean, we do have transient spirits that come and go, but they are not, they're nameless spirits that don't really want to make themselves known, I guess.
Okay.
Or we've never had the opportunity to make contact with them, I'm not sure. The first one, and I'm going to do this in chronological order.
Okay.
Is Will Byers, and he was the son of the original builder of the home. And he is associated with touching girls' hair. He likes to touch women's legs. He likes pretty young girls, and he's made it known at one of the after-hours events that he likes girls with large breasts. So he is very flirtatious. Yes. He's very flirtatious, and you know, he's a prankster as well. He likes to like maybe break things and blame it on the other spirits. He likes to hide things from us. The next one is Elizabeth Richards. She, as far as I can tell, I don't know if she passed. I'm thinking she passed before Will did. But she died of natural causes of old age in the front dining room that had been made into her bedroom. She came here to convalesce in her elderly years, and she just went to sleep and died, as far as I know. She likes to hang out in room A, you know, with Lola, who is another spirit that I'm going to talk about. And the reason why we know that Lola is here is because we had a mini box session one night, and that name came through on the mini box, and we asked, is there anyone else here that wants to communicate with us? And it said yes, and I said, what's your name? And it said Lola Roller. Well, it's not a very common name.
No.
So we went down and looked up the newspaper, found a newspaper article, and the newspaper clipping said that she was murdered about 2 or 3 blocks. I believe it's north of here. You know, she's here though, and I'm not sure why she's here.
Maybe because it is a positive place. There is lots of activity. Maybe she feels safe with all the people.
Well, and I'm also thinking that the house doesn't exist anymore, and so she may have felt comfortable to come here, or possibly in a lot of these farming communities, people were related to one another.
Yeah.
She could have been a schoolmate of one of the girls that lived here and had spent happy times at the house. There's a lot of different reasons why she could be here. All I know is that she is here, and we found historical evidence to support it. The last ghost is Carrie Mooney. She died in the house on December 23rd, 1974. She died in what we call the blue room, which is the one that's around the corner, has the pink roses in it.
Okay, yeah. And
I always imagine that she was in there cooking dinner for the families to come for Christmas, and she laid down on her bed and went to sleep. The official cause of death is a stroke.
Oh.
And she basically comes and goes as she wants to. She was a very religious person. She was a staunch Baptist, and she very much dislikes alcohol consumption, which is making things rather interesting around here right now.
You recently started serving alcohol, didn't you?
Exactly. We just recently got our TABC license. I'm fine with it. We have a good relationship. They've never harmed anybody as far as I know. I mean, there's lots of sharp objects back there that they could hurt someone with if they so desired, like critically hurt someone, but they've never done that. And so mainly my feeling overall is one at times of annoyance because they tend to turn on and off the fryers, throw objects at the most inopportune times. Yeah, one night we were here late. It was about 3 or 4 in the morning, and we were standing on the patio talking to some mutual friends, and all of a sudden we heard what appeared to be 2 sets of footfalls, running type footfalls, and they went around the enclosed porch and then hit the door going into the blue dining room.
That door that swings, right?
Swinging door, but hit it where it went all the way open, and it's got the old-fashioned type hinges on it that raise up as the door swings open.
Right.
And it hyper extended those, so it made this big boom boom sound.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know that sound. Yeah.
And so it was
interesting.
It was an interesting experience. The other folks didn't really want to come back in, but I said, you know what? Why? I was like, first of all, if something is going on that, maybe is. First of all, I want to check and see if someone's messing with my ghost.
Right.
I'm very protective of them. And second of all, if something is messing with my ghost, I'm not going to let them think that I am afraid of them. No way.
That's right.
No. Heck no. My restaurant.
I love you. I just love you. I just love your personality.
I love you too. And I
take
like your
no
hair.
shit. Thanks. I like your flower.
Well, thank you.
So it should be a very interesting night. Lots of claims, lots of stories. We'll see what we can get. You guys be sure if you're ever coming through Waxahachie or near, come and eat here. You will not be disappointed. It's some of the best food we've ever eaten.
No lie.
Oh, like we said, slap around some people. We're getting ready to get started, and we'll let you guys know what we catch. You know how it goes. I'm Buffy with Reporter Chicks, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Hey y'all, I'm here with
David,
and you are?
the event coordinator for Catfish Plantation.
Okay, and we're going to talk a little bit about what you've experienced here at the Catfish Plantation, right?
Absolutely.
What would you like to start with?
Well, there's any number of things. It can go back over the last year. I can tell you about different personal experiences, from fish racks flying off a shelf in front of me over one of our cooks, to something running through the front foyer and slamming a door open, to having spoons thrown at me. So, it's whatever you want me to tell you, I'll be more than happy to,
Well, how about this? Whenever you walked in today, what did you see?
Well, that's a good one. This seems to happen every time we are closed after Sunday night. Whether it be Monday or Tuesday when we walk back in here, we find something that's out of place. Mm-hmm. Well, today we happened to find a picture that had fallen off the wall, and about 5 feet away was set up underneath a table.
Very nicely.
No damage to it. It was sitting there just perfectly with no, scratches or cracks or anything like that.
It looked like it had come off the wall and someone had just moved it. Let's just say here's the wall, and moved it over here and just placed it ever so nicely underneath the table.
Right.
Is it still there? Is it in this room?
No, it's still there.
Still there. We're not going to jack with it.
We're not going to move it. It's fine. It can sit right there.
Now, you were telling me a little bit about Lola and
Yes.
how she has a crush on you.
Whenever I'm in this room, Lola has a tendency to come towards me, and I don't know why, but I know that at some point I have had an after-hours event standing here, and I have felt her on more than one occasion walk past me. Well, the convincing time was when we had 3 people standing with 3 different types of EMF detectors, a K2, or just a standard EMF, and a field meter. All 3 went off, bing, 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 right after I had this nice cold wave pass through me, and every hair on my body stood up, and I just had to excuse myself from the room without frightening the guests.
That's how, I just got a kick out of it. Do you feel anything right now as we're sitting in here?
No, not really. No, not at the moment. But that's the thing about Catfish Plantation. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's moment to moment. You could be talking about them, or not even talking about. You could be talking about what's for dinner, or talking about how you like this dish compared to this dish. And next thing you know, something happens. We've had silverware from this room, in this room, fly across the room while people are in the next room. There's no harm. I mean, these are spirits we are aware of now. They are not here to harm anyone. They're not angry with anyone. They just get familiar with you. They get comfortable with you, and they want to communicate.
So you guys are going to hang out tonight, right? Whenever we're investigating to be here?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. We'll be here. Definitely. And we'll be happy to come in and talk to these guys. I mean, we feel, and this is kind of being a little bit off topic as far as the spirits we know that are here, but we feel like there's some that kind of pass through from time to time. And I'm not sure if there is a portal or some type of earthly whatever that is allowing these spirits to pass through here. And so it's not just us. I mean, we're seeing something, and it's usually in a neighboring dining room here. Not always, but usually is that we see this creepy thing. It's usually a shadow. And some people call them shadow people or shadow man. Well, we used a device one night called a mini box. Well, on this mini box, my daughter and I, my wife, and several investigators are there, and we got the name of Pete. We cannot confirm or deny that someone that worked here in the past 27 years was named Pete or Peter. We can't confirm that.
Right.
And we can't disprove it either. But what we can say is that someone named Pete is here, and sometimes he seems to get mad at people, because I have a picture of my wife's arm where he apparently scratched her a couple times.
Now, I saw this picture.
And it was a bit disturbing. Only other occasion I had a picture of my daughter that she said that she didn't notice it. I noticed both times that they were both scratched on their arm. And the only thing that we can come to a conclusion with that it was possibly Pete that did it. And why he did it, and why he's here, we don't know.
Now this picture, whenever you showed it to me on your phone,
Yes.
it was 6 scratches.
Right.
Not 5, not 3.
No,
it
not
was
4. It was
6.
It was
you
like
could easily
3 and
see
3.
6, like somebody had just clawed the mess.
Right, and that with my daughter's picture, which is another one you saw, there was just 3.
Yeah. And it was very obvious that it was clear as day, scratch.
And what was disturbing about both of these pictures, as I took them immediately upon noticing they were there, neither one of them felt them being scratched. They didn't know they were scratched. They never felt it. They didn't even know they had been scratched.
That's weird.
Because on both occasions, the second picture of my daughter, we were in the truck going somewhere in my truck, and I looked over and I said, "What happened to your arm?" She goes, "I don't know." She's like, "Oh my gosh, what happened to my arm?" She got scratched like once and then twice or once. I don't know. But she had, pretty significant scratches, and they're definite on these photos.
Well, if somebody came in, anybody cranky, and said, "I want the best thing on the menu," what would you cook?
All right, personally, what I think of the best thing on the menu is the plantation platter.
And describe what is in the plantation
well, you can
platter.
either get the catfish or the chicken. They're both blackened, and they're on a bed of rice, and they're covered with a homemade Creole sauce with Monterey Jack cheese on top of that, and it is my favorite dish ever. Because you have it blackened with rice, with Creole, with tomato Creole sauce.
We were talking about food with Sean, and my mouth is watering.
That's the best. To me, that's the best. Get the best of both worlds.
All right, well, we're fixing to get crack-a-lacking on this.
All
Are you
right.
ready?
Absolutely. Let's knock
Okay.
this out.
We're ready, guys. We'll talk to you here in a bit.
Is anyone here with us tonight? What is your name? Did you live in this house? Are you looking for someone? Could you tell us your maiden name? Are you the only spirit here? How many of you are there here? Carolyn, are you here? That was me tapping that. No, me.
Somebody's joints popped or something.
No, I meant in the other room. I thought I saw something.
Like movement?
Yeah, like
See, I thought I saw it too, but I thought it was Mike's IR camera on my, in the
Yeah,
same
but
direction.
Jimmy wouldn't have saw it.
That's true.
I saw something with the D-Mentd.
All right, keep going.
Would you like us to leave? Do you know what today's date is? Do you like people drinking liquor in your house? Did you have any children?
Why don't you try somebody else?
Will, are you here with us tonight? Is that that time clock that I
Yeah.
have here clicking? Okay. Could you give us another sign of your presence? Make some type of noise, maybe move a fork or a knife? Can you step into the room so we know that you're here?
And just a note for the recorders, there are some dogs really barking it up outside.
I keep seeing something right in that doorway. I don't know.
Excuse me, cough.
There's some photos there. I mean, I can move this around, Jimmy.
No, that wasn't what it was. There's something that looks like just right at the door jamb from where the kitchen and that, where the doorway goes down the hallway. That's the third time I've seen it.
The bathrooms are.
Yeah.
It hasn't set the motion detector.
No. It could be a shadow maybe from the wind blowing these lights out there or something.
I sent the door open there before I came here. The bathroom.
Let's move to a different room.
Let me see.
there anybody here who wants to communicate with us tonight?
I thought I just saw a shadow in that room. Move from my left to right. I expected to see Jimmy like moving, but
It's okay, you don't have to be afraid. No one's here to harm you. And you guys know that I would never let anybody do anything to you or try to make you go away. That's not what we're doing. They just want to talk to you and they want to meet you. And this other gentleman sitting at the table next to the fireplace, his name is Jimmy. And he was trying to talk to y'all earlier. And was asking y'all a lot of personal type questions. And then Buffy, she's sitting by the door that goes into where the bathrooms are.
hi y'all.
She's really super nice. I like her a lot. I think you guys would like her too. And then Andy is sitting here at the end of the table. He has a beard and has his hat on. I don't know him very well. He kind of showed up later, but he seemed like a really nice guy.
I'm seeing shadows right here in front of me, and I keep thinking that you're moving. Mike, I thought you got up for a second.
So nobody wants to come out and talk to us today? Will, are you here?
See, that's the
That
time
was the
clock.
time clock.
Okay.
But
What was that?
that was not the time.
That one in your chair?
Go in your chair.
No, the sound right before that.
I heard it.
It sounded like it came from
Kitchen.
in there,
Hmm.
in that general direction. If you opened the door just a minute ago, could you make a noise similar to that again so we can hear it?
That was me.
Miss Caroline, are you here with us?
She hasn't come in this room.
Not this one.
No, this is Pete's room.
Oh, okay.
And I'm sitting in this chair.
Yeah. Who claims this room? Can you come say hello? Can you come walk in front of the K2 meter, the green light?
Actually, Jimmy, if you want to shut that one off while we're in here. I heard music for a
Like
second.
whistling. That's what I just heard too.
Yeah, I heard it too.
It's like whistling.
I mean-
Something cut on in there at the
Yeah,
same
it was
time.
like the condenser in the refrigerator kicking on or something, but I heard music for a second.
I heard it. What do you like to do here? It's gotta be that big. Now I'm starting to get a little cooler. Are you feeling any cooler, Jim?
Actually, right back here, it's a little cooler behind me than it is behind me.
sitting over here by me? We just want to say hi. You have to let us know you're here so that we can do that.
Did y'all hear that?
What?
I thought I just heard a man say, yeah. It sounded like it came from right here.
Are you here? Are you trying to talk to us?
Sound like somebody said something then. Man,
Ma'am?
a man voice.
Huh. Okay. We're listening.
This table's vibrating.
Table vibrate.
Yeah, like it shook pretty hard on my elbow. Any of the other table vibrating?
No, not that I can feel.
Mine's not.
Is it still going?
A little bit.
Yeah, I can feel it too.
Not like it was, not like it did just a second ago. I mean, it shook pretty hard. Because I had my elbow on it like this, and I just felt it.
Sean, did you leave a coin on the table?
No.
I did.
Come have a seat. Move some silverware.
Jimmy's sitting in your chair. I don't know how you feel about people sitting in your chair. I can make him get out if you want me to. You just gotta tell me. And I will ask him to get up and I will go back. If you don't tell me, it's not gonna happen. You gonna tell me on the K2, or you've gotta make some kind of noise? You've gotta move something, let me know that you want him out of your chair. I know you're in here, I know that you were walking around in here earlier, trying to get some attention. This is your chance.
It's gonna sound a little strange. It felt like someone just tapped the bottom of this chair.
You know what I was getting ready to say? I was filming that direction, and to me, it looked like that chair moved.
The chair over by Jimmy?
Yeah, the one that's closest to me.
I have my camera on it.
It felt like, I mean, it looked like, I don't know if it was just shadow play or what.
We're not sure if you moved something. Can you, my K2 just fluctuated
Did it?
slightly, yes. Can you let us know for sure? Can you make the K2 go off all the way?
Now see, that chair just moved.
Yeah, I just saw that
No,
shadow.
this chair just moved.
Did you see the shadow? The shadow moved.
No, I thought that was about
Jimmy, you're gonna get up, sweetheart.
That chair.
This chair moved.
Yeah, because
Thank you
I saw the
for letting me
shadow.
know. I
Shift.
appreciate it.
That must have been that chair.
And I'm moving back, like I told
Because
you.
I'll show you on the video
Yeah.
that that chair was facing this direction.
Do you just not want to talk tonight, or what?
The IR camera.
I thought it was your IR camera moving.
Nah.
the shadow,
That's what I thought it was.
Do you not like these
Why
people?
But it's the chair. You can see where the chair
You
was.
just want to talk to me
It moved,
privately.
like-
And see, that's why I thought that chair was moving, because I saw
Yeah, it did.
movement there. But when I heard that one just now go, what was that? Oh, when I heard that one go and saw the corner of it move out of my eye, and I thought maybe it was her foot, but I saw the shadow move on that table. So when that chair moves,
So I thought you
just to
did
show
something
you.
with your foot.
See that?
Yep.
That's what I saw.
That's what I saw.
It moved
Shadow.
actually back away from the table.
I'm gonna put it back
So
where it
thank you for
was.
moving the chair.
Yeah.
Let us know, that's what
It
he
totally
wanted.
moved.
He told me.
You probably got that on camera.
I was pointed that
I
way,
bet you
but
got
I'm hoping that one right there caught it.
Yeah.
I saw it out the corner of my eye, and to be honest with you, I saw it like I could hear it shuffling like 2 other times, but like I said, I thought it was her doing this with her foot.
I thought it was your camera.
No, I wasn't moving at all.
No, it wasn't. So now I'm gonna pull up a chair and sit for a while.
No, the blue room, if you do an AVP in there, that's, normally Miss Caroline.
Okay.
A lot of times will come through in there. Sometimes Will does. Sometimes Will comes through on the front porch here, and I've had him talk to me up there too.
Did you hear that one on community room?
Yeah, I think that shadow was them moving in front of her.
Oh.
Okay, this is TMTU entering the room for any voice recorders that are still going, just so you know. But right when I opened the door, I heard the weirdest noise, one of the weirdest noises
I
I've
heard
ever
that too, and I was all the way back there.
I didn't turn that motion sensor back on. You need to go turn it back on?
Yeah. Jump on that real quick.
Hey, my recorder's in that room we just left, the room before we just left. Sit there, move it to the next room. It's right there on the table where you're sitting. The room we're just in. Thanks.
This is the room that had the knife thing, right?
This is actually the wall, and this table, the table was actually this table, but it was over a little bit more,
Mm-hmm.
and it was sitting on that table.
Okay.
Something's messing with that door. Lights just changed or something.
This door here,
moves.
it moves, and I mean the slightest little thing makes it.
Yeah, the wind will make that
Okay.
move.
Alright.
If you up the pressure from
The Jimmy
wind-
Billman ghost will move it.
One of the things too, though, if we're sitting in here completely still and it moves, then that means that something has moved one of these doors in the kitchen to create a suction to pull it in. So something's moving at that point.
Okay.
Because if we're sitting here still and no one's opening and closing the doors to the kitchen, there's not enough of a vacuum for it just to move kind of on its own.
Miss Caroline, is this your room? Got a rogue hair on my arm.
Did somebody just whisper? Not me.
No,
Did y'all not hear that?
I didn't hear anything.
She said there's a rogue hair on my arm, and then it was like a full sentence. I thought she was whispering to her.
I didn't hear it over
Did
there.
I say anything?
All
like
right,
I
hang on.
said?
I'm gonna see if I caught that on the camera because it was like plain as day.
It may have been me.
Did you whisper?
Not that I can
I don't think
consciously
she did.
recall.
I don't think you said anything after you said you had a rogue hair on
Yeah,
your arm.
it's right there.
I may have said, let me get it or something.
No, that's a kind of an urban myth type thing. The person that was murdered was actually Lola,
Okay. That's right. Okay.
and Elizabeth is the one that appears in the wedding dress,
Okay.
as far as I know.
And this was Paul Richards' house too, wasn't
He was, his mother was married to the original home builder, and then
Something is trying to take the thing off my ear.
it? Oh, wow.
It's moving.
It looked like it's moving, dude.
It's moving. I feel it. It's trying to take it off my ear.
Still moving?
Yeah. I felt it lift up and it was trying to come off my ear.
Yeah, it looked like it was trying to say something.
I had to set the camera down and put my hands up. I don't know if it's just
I got it zoomed in on your ear.
stay on it because it's like it made my ear freezing cold.
Well, ask him to do
Okay.
it again.
Are you trying to take that off my ear? You're more than welcome to. I won't get mad if you do.
You turn it on. It's a light.
Yeah, if you can turn it on, that'd be great. There's only one way to turn it on. It's pretty hard even for me to do it. That was the weirdest feeling, dude, because I could feel it moving and I thought it was gonna actually like fall off.
Yeah, it looked like it was like sliding.
Yeah, it was starting to rotate. If you want to take it off my ear, you can. I won't even get upset.
Did it just move?
Yeah, it just moved again. Did
I
you
caught
see
that. I caught
You
that on
got it?
camera. Yep.
Thank you.
You can take it off. I'm trying to hold still. You can take it off if you want to.
That was at like 52:35.
Just felt it again. It's like not quite trying to lift, but it's moving it enough that the bottom of it's touching my earlobe.
Okay, when you moved, it moved.
Yeah, I know. I was just watching something right there.
Okay.
Does it feel like it's tugging on it or just moving
It felt like it was being lifted.
it? Lifted?
Now I'm being touched on my shoulder. Like on my back, shoulder blade. For sure.
The one with the earpiece side?
Yep.
Yeah. It almost looks like a shirt move.
I can feel it going down my back. We have to go here in a few minutes. If you got anything else you want to say or do, feel free. Get touched on my shoulder.
That looks like your t-shirt.
It's hard, right there. It's on my right shoulder, the one closest to you guys. And it's moving my shirt.
I got my camera on it.
It was tugging hard.
Yeah.
Right,
It's going right
right
now. I
there.
can see it.
Yep,
That's
Yeah.
exactly where I saw
There it goes, there it goes.
There, yeah.
You see it moving?
Yes, I see it.
Something's got my shirt.
Yeah.
Walk over there.
Point one.
Something's got hold of my shirt.
That's exactly where I thought I saw it a little ago.
That there was no doubt.
Point one.
There was no doubt that something was moving my shirt.
Well, I had the camera on it.
And it felt like there was two fingers kind of in like a pincher type formation touching me.
Yeah.
It feels cold out here.
That's what it looked like a little ago, like that right there or something.
It does feel cooler. Oh, I just got chills on my arm. I got a minute and a half left on here.
You can pull it a little bit harder. It doesn't scare me or anything, so you're okay. And you were getting a 0.1 while that was at a 0 the whole time?
Did you whisper, Andy?
Yes.
I did.
Okay.
It was .1, at .1. and
See, now I don't feel the pressure on there at all. But my shirt is cold.
Yeah, I mean, when I reached over
Feel my
there.
shirt. Feel the top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah, right
there was-
there.
There was a different temperature change behind your back. I didn't have my temperature thing on.
Actually, it feels weird. Like my skin feels weird now.
Electric.
Kind of like numb.
You have to check when we get out the light.
I don't know.
But he's never done anything to any guests or anything.
Alright, well, let's call this one.
Yeah, there's major difference.
Dude, there was something.
Well, right before that, and I didn't say anything, but you might go back and review the tape, it sounded like one of the doors
Stop.
in there opened, like the ee sound that it makes when the door is moving.
Hey y'all, it's the day after the investigation at Catfish Plantation. A couple of things happened that I can't wait to check out on evidence review and get it to Reporter Chicks for everyone to see. If you guys come, make sure you come to the Catfish Plantation to eat. You can come for the food and stay for the ghost. This is Buffy, and I'll see you guys next time on Reporter Chicks.